Have you ever gone through, say, people use some terms frequently in their speech but can't really explain them? The person thinks he knows what he thinks but can't express it to others. For example, what comes to your brain when I say AI? You might say it is artificial intelligence, it is related with robots, machines, and computers playing chess, or Siri is AI. But does this summarize all what AI is? AI is very vast. There is way more to it than just computer playing chess or Siri. This is one of the examples where we use the topic but don't fully understand them. Basically, there are two types of knowledge: knowing the name of something and understanding something. There is a huge difference between them. This is one of the reasons why very few people succeed. Successful people understand this subject very deeply. By the way, AI is a technology that mimics human intelligence to perform their tasks. For example, self-driving cars, voice recognition, face recognition, language translation. So normally you would require a Japanese or someone who understands Japanese to translate English to Japanese. But AI can do that without the help of anyone who understands Japanese. The Feynman technique is best when it comes to understand any subject deeply. This technique was developed by Richard Feynman, who was a Nobel Prize winning physicist. Step 1. Choose a concept you want to learn. Write everything about the subject you want to learn as if you were teaching it to a child. As you learn more about the topic, add it to your notes. You can also use different color pens to highlight important points. Step 2. Explain it to a 12-year-old. Now, I don't mean go and get a 12-year-old boy and start explaining to him. I mean, imagine there is a 12-year-old boy and you are explaining the topic to him. Remove all the complexity and tough words. Use simple words with simple language. Anyone can make a subject complicated, but only someone who understands can make it simple. Jargon hides our lack of understanding. When forced to write out an idea from start to finish in simple language, you discover where you struggle, where it doesn't make sense, where you get frustrated. Only by identifying gaps in your knowledge can you fill them. Step 3. Reflect, refine, and simplify. Review your notes to make sure you didn't mistakenly borrow any jargon or anything complicated. If the explanation isn't simple enough or sounds confusing, that's good indication that you need to reflect and refine. Go back to the source material, reviewing the parts you don't quite understand yet. Repeat until you have a simple explanation. Step 4. Organize and review. To test your understanding in real world, try explain it to someone. It could be a friend or family members who aren't of that particular background. Which question did they ask? Which parts did they get confused about? When you are happy with your understanding, take the page you created with a simple explanation and put it into a file. Following this technique for everything you learn gives you a file full of learning that you can review a couple of times a year. Remember, the most successful people in the world can take complicated subjects and explain them simply to any audience.